right, so just getting these butcher block counters installed. So we hired somebody to install them. They did a decent job for the most part, but made a couple bad cuts. And so this has got to get replaced and cut right. And then also this needs to be fixed. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that right now and then glue this down. So what I have here for that crack for the seam, piece of wood I cut. So we just cut this out of 1x2. This is the part that's going to show here. And I made some cuts around it to match the angles here. So I'm actually going to pull this part all the way off, but slide that in there. Cut that. So in order for us to make a corner there, that's kind of how that's going to go. Let me turn the light on this camera. There we go, a little bit more light. You can kind of see, cinch up tighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off. I'm gonna screw this to this countertop there. And then I got a new piece of butcher block here to measure and make that cut again. Butt that up next to each other. Okay, pull this countertop back a little bit so you can see one of the problems I'm gonna have here is it hits that right there. So I'm gonna take and I'm just gonna notch that out just a little bit. See, because if it sits on top, I've got some clearance issues there. It's uneven, so I want it to sit kind of flush with that other one without hitting this piece there. So I'm gonna go grab a little tool and just zip that right there. Get a nice fit up. And then I'm gonna screw this to that. Nail it in. Right, I'm gonna use my Porter cable oscillating tool for this job here. I use this thing more than I can tell you. So I'm just gonna kind of barely peel it off right there at that corner. Being real careful. I just ever so slightly notch that out right there. That way that's a nice fit where I want it. Check this in too. I'm gonna take my nail gun and stick some brad nails in there. About to do a little touch-up paint. Pulled our section down. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead, see these things here, I'm gonna pull this out and screw up into the butcher block from the bottom through these here to attach it. But that leaves this kind of floating over here, so I'm gonna just add, I'm gonna do glue first. We're gonna glue it all down, run a bead all along here, it sits flat on here, run it along here too. Glue it. And then screw it in. We'll take this drawer out and screw it from underneath. I got this all nailed in. Here's what I'm gonna use. Go ahead and pull this all the way out so I can access those screws from underneath. So I'm gonna go up and screw it up through the bottom. All right, next is to fix this goof up here. Go ahead and cut a new piece, take some measurements. This one's gonna go all the way out. All right, what I'm actually gonna do here to fix this, I'm gonna pull both of these and I'm gonna use the new butcher block that we got. I'm just gonna do one solid piece across there. Then I can make up the difference here in one littler slab rather than have to deal with that and mess with the angles on this. So pull that and put the new one. Use that section there, a piece like that, maybe. All right, made my cutouts there. Cut that out. Cut that out. I'll leave this section right there.
Looks good.
Put a little wood filler in
You like
here.
it?